students, welcome to Vidya Myriad. This video is made for class 7th on chapter number 5, lines and angles, and today we are going to do exercise 5.2. Now this exercise is based on parallel lines and its properties like with their transversal, and we are going to understand first with the help of an example how we can find out the different angles using the properties. Now here let us understand, we are given the two lines AB and CD. They both are parallel to one another, and you have a crossing line or intersecting line as L, which is as a transversal. Now when you have this type of things, you have a parallel line, you have a transversal. In that case, there are certain things which you need to calculate. You can find out the angles through linear pair. There is a new term, corresponding angles, and you can find out by vertically opposite angles. Now if you look over here, suppose in the first case I am using linear pair. You see that 50 and x, they are on a straight line and they are forming a linear pair. So I can find out the value of x by subtracting it from 180 degrees. So x comes out to be 130 degrees. Now if x is 130 degrees over here, next we need to find out corresponding angles. Now what are corresponding angles? We can use the property. If you look here, your 50 degrees will be equal to angle Z and your x will be equal to 130 degrees. Okay, these are corresponding angles. Please understand. I repeat again over here, your 50 degrees will be equal to angle Z. Okay, up angles. And below angles, they will also be equal, that is x will be equal to 130 degrees. With the help of linear pair, we found that x is equal to 130, and if you see 130 is already given below. So with the help of corresponding angles, I can also say that x is equal to 130 degrees because of the parallel lines and corresponding angle property. I can calculate it with the help of linear pair. I can find out with the help of corresponding angles. Both the methods are correct. Okay. Now if you look at below part, CD as a line, you see that 130 degrees, its directly opposite is Y and Z directly opposite is F. They both will be equal because of the vertically opposite angles. So most of the questions, they are based on this, and we will be doing the practice for that. I just repeated again, in the case of linear pair, you can use the linear pair when it is on the straight line. Even if you see your Z plus 130 forms a linear pair, your Z plus Y is also forming a linear pair, your 130 plus F is also forming a linear pair. So you can choose any method to find out the values, whatever you find it easier. Try to use vertically opposite angles wherever you find there are two intersecting line and angles are totally same. Try to use linear pair and the corresponding angles. It's something new for you. That is, if you practice, you will find it easier. Then you don't have to find out with linear pair or any other property. Just you can equate it like x is equal to 130 degrees because of, we will give the reason, corresponding angles. Let's begin with the exercise. Question number 1. State the property that is used in each of the following. Your line A and B is parallel. So angle 1 and angle 5. Just now we have discussed this property. That is the pair of corresponding angles, they will be equals. So let us discuss some more angles. Your angle 1 equal to angle 5. Second, 4 is equal to angle 8. Angle 2 equal to angle 6 and 3 equal to angle 7. All these are pair of corresponding angles. I repeat, please understand. 1 will be equal to 5, 2 will be equal to 6, 4 will be equal to 8 and 3 will be equal to 7 because of corresponding angles. And the line should be parallel. Now, if 4 is equal to angle 6, then A is parallel to B. Now here if you see 4 and 6, they are alternate angles. They are crossing each other. Your 3 will be equal to 5. Your 4 is equal to 6. They are forming alternate angles. They will be equal. Then the lines will be parallel. They are telling us 4 is equal to 6. That means A and B is parallel. Now if I change my question, if I tell you that angle 1 is equal to 5, then what is the property of A and B? A and B will be parallel to them. So both we can apply on the opposite cases. Okay. Now they are saying angle 4 plus angle 5, they are equal to 180 degrees. Then A is parallel to B. Now here there is a property, remember that when you have the same side angles on the interior side, if you see 4 and 5, their sum will be equal to 180 degrees and they are known as co-interior angles. Remember it. Angle 3 plus angle 6, that will be also equal to 180 degrees because they are on the parallel lines A and B and the line is transversal. Sum of the angles formed on parallel line on the same side of the transversal, they are equal to 180 degrees. Now here they are given us 4 plus 5 is 180. Then we can say that A is parallel to B because they are co-interior angles. Question number 2. Here we need to identify pair of corresponding angles, alternate interior angles and pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal. Just now I have discussed it. We will repeat it again. See, angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 4 and angle 8 and angle 3 and angle 7, they are all corresponding angles. What are alternate interior angles? If you see, alternate means crossing. If one is on the right side, the other is on the left side on the other lines. Okay. Then if one is on the left side, then other is on the right side on the separate lines A and B. Okay. So that means 3 is equal to 5 and 2 is equal to 8. They are alternate interior angles. Same way I am just telling you there are alternate exterior angle also, which means outside exterior. So if I say angle 1 is exterior angle 1 will be equal to angle 5 and angle 4 will be equal to angle 6. That is alternate exterior angles. Okay. Next is they are talking about pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal. You have A and B line. Let us look towards the right hand side. Inside angles, interior 2 and 5, they are on the same side of the transversal and they are also called as co-interior angles. And one more property is that their sum will be equal to 180 degrees. This is applied only when your A and B is parallel. Okay. If you look on the left hand side, interior angles 3 and 8. They are the pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal and angle 3 plus angle 8 will be equal to 180 degrees because they are co-interior angles. You may note down, this is something extra which I am telling you. It will be helpful for doing your questions in future. Question number 3. Now here P and Q is parallel and you need to find out the various other angles. So children, it is not necessary you have to follow this method only. There can be so many methods that you can follow. Like for example, if I do it on the corresponding angles way. If you see 125 degree, that will be equal to angle D. P and Q are parallel, the line is transversal. If you see on the same side, 125 and D will be equal. Your F and C will be equal. Your E and A will be equal. Okay. Your E and F will be vertically opposite angles. Your A and C will be vertically opposite angles. Your B and D will be vertically opposite angles. So if we know any one angle, that is 125 degrees, we can very easily find out all the other angles. Now if you see the line 125 plus E, that is equal to 180 degrees because of the linear pair. Angle E is equal to 55 degrees. So angle E will be equal to angle F because of vertically opposite angles. Now I know angle F will be equal to angle C, which will be corresponding angles. your 125 degrees will be equal to angle D, that is also equal to corresponding angles. D is equal to B, vertically opposite angle, and C is equal to A because of vertically opposite angles. You can choose any of the properties of the parallel angles to find out the angles. It is not at all necessary that you have to follow this way only. Question number 4. Find the values of x in each of the following figures if L is parallel to M. Now there are many ways to do the question. Now here one of the way I have explained here, and there is one more way which I am going to tell you orally. Now here what I have done is I have assumed an angle y which will be also equal to 110 degrees because of vertically opposite angles. Now your angle y and your angle x, if you see, they are forming the co-interior angles, so their sum will be equal to 180 degrees. So angle x plus 110 is equal to 180 degrees, so your x comes out to be 70 degrees. One way of doing is this. I am going to tell you another way. Now here I have taken one more variable as z. If you look at your 110 and if you look at your z, they both are forming the corresponding angles. So your 110 will be equal to z, and z plus x will be forming linear pair. So you can do it that way also. In the second part, it is very clear that your 110 and your x both are equal, both are related with each other with the property of corresponding angles. So we can say that angle x will be equal to 110 degrees. Question number 5. Now here you are given the arms of two angles parallel, and if ABC is 70, what are the other angles? Now here given is AB is parallel to DE and your BC is parallel to EF, and angle ABC is given as 70 degrees. If you look at this, your angle ABC will be equal to angle DGC will be equal to 70 degrees because they are forming corresponding angles. Same way, your angle DGC will be equal to angle DEF. They are also forming the corresponding angles. So both the missing angles are 70 degrees. DGC is also 70 degrees and DEF is also equal to 70 degrees. Question number 6. Now here you need given figure is there. You have to decide whether L is parallel to M or not. How are we going to decide? Number 1, if you see, you are given 126 and 44. If you see that they are both on the same side of the transversal, if their sum is equal to 180 degrees, only then L is parallel to M. We have studied these are co-interior angles, and co-interior angle sum is always equal to 180 degrees. So if I do 126 plus 44, it comes to 170 degree, which is not equal to 180 degrees. So I can say that L is not parallel to M. Now, next in this, let the angle opposite to 75 degree be X. So X is 75, which is vertically opposite angles. So again, let us try 75 is X plus 75. If I do, it comes to 150 degrees. The angles should total be 180 because they are forming co-interior angles, but they are not. So L is not parallel to M. Third part, 57 degrees is over there. So let there be Y, which is directly opposite to 57. So we can use vertical angles, vertically opposite angles. They are equal. 57 plus 123 degrees co-interior angles. Their sum is coming as 180 degrees. So we can say that L is parallel to M. Same way in the fourth part, if you see 72 degrees over there. So 72's opposite is Z. Z is also 72. 72 plus 98, if I do, it comes to 170 degrees, which is not equal to 180 degrees. So we can say that L is not parallel to M. So here basically we are using the property of co-interior angles to prove that whether the lines are parallel or not. In the case of co-interior, if your sum is equal to 180 degrees, only then the lines are parallel. Co-interior means sum of the angles on the same side of the transversal. With this we finish this chapter as well as the exercise 5.2. I hope children you have understood the various properties of the parallel lines which we have used over here. Please do lots of practice. Some of the concepts are new over here. Please practice again and again. Watch the video if you have not understood, and still if you are facing any doubt, any problem anywhere, you can mail me or you can also send me the comment on the comment section. Till then, see you. Goodbye, and very soon I am going to come with a new video.